What if I told you that a man who grew up in one of the poorest countries in the world ended up owning oil refineries in Sweden, gold mines in Ethiopia, and a business empire worth billions of dollars? No inheritance, no silver spoon, just vision, grit, and an ability to build relationships that open the biggest doors in the world. Today, we're talking about Mohammed Hussein Al Amoudi, Ethiopia's richest man, one of Africa's most powerful billionaires, and one of the most under-talked about success stories on the planet. Stay with me, because this story is unbelievable. Mohammed Hussein Al Amoudi was born in 1946 in Woldia, a small town in northern Ethiopia. His father was of Yemeni descent, and his mother was Ethiopian. So, from day one, he was a man of two worlds. Ethiopia in the 1940s and 50s was not a place of easy opportunity. Poverty was widespread. Infrastructure was almost non-existent. But Al Amoudi had something that no poverty could take away: ambition. As a young man, he made a life-changing decision. He moved to Saudi Arabia, a country on the other side of the Red Sea, where oil money was beginning to transform the world. He arrived with little money, but something far more valuable: a sharp mind and a hunger to build. He started in construction, small contracts, manual work, learning the industry from the ground up. And slowly, very slowly, he began to grow. Here is where the story gets really interesting. In Saudi Arabia, Al Amoudi didn't just build buildings. He built relationships. Over years of working in the kingdom, he developed a personal connection with Saudi Arabia's ruling family, the Al Sauds. Now, in business, who you know can be just as important as what you know. And Al Amoudi knew exactly who to know. In 1988, those relationships paid off in the most dramatic way possible. The Saudi government awarded him a contract to build a nationwide underground oil storage complex, a contract worth $30 billion. Let that sink in. $30 billion. This single contract transformed Al Amoudi from a successful businessman into a billionaire. Overnight, he had entered a completely different league. From a young man who left Ethiopia with nothing, he had become one of the most important construction figures in the entire Middle East. But Al Amoudi didn't stop there. Great investors don't sit on their money. They multiply it. He founded MIDROC, which stands for Mohammed International Development Research and Organization Companies, in the early 1980s. This became the vehicle for everything he would build next. MIDROC wasn't just one company. It was a conglomerate, a collection of businesses operating across construction, real estate, energy, agriculture, manufacturing, and mining. Today, MIDROC is one of the most powerful investment groups in Africa and the Middle East. It employs over 70,000 people across multiple countries. Think about that number: 70,000 families whose livelihoods are connected to this one man's vision. What made Al Amoudi's approach different from many investors? He didn't just chase money. He chased sectors. He looked at which industries would power the future: energy, food, infrastructure, and he planted flags in all of them. In 1994, Al Amoudi did something that shocked the business world. He acquired OK Petroleum, Sweden's largest oil refinery company. A man from Ethiopia, operating out of Saudi Arabia, now owned the biggest oil refiner in Scandinavia. He renamed it Preem, and today it remains Sweden's largest fuel company, responsible for refining a significant portion of the country's oil. Al Amoudi didn't just invest in Sweden. He became one of the country's biggest private employers and investors. Think about that global reach for a moment. Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, Sweden, Morocco, Uganda, West Africa. This man built bridges between continents through business, at a time when very few African entrepreneurs were even thinking on that scale. He also expanded into oil refineries in Morocco and energy exploration in West Africa, cementing his position as a truly global energy investor. Now here is what separates Al Amoudi from many billionaires. He never forgot where he came from. In the mid-1990s, he returned to Ethiopia and began investing heavily in his homeland. He became the single largest individual foreign investor in the entire country. His investments in Ethiopia span gold mining through MIDROC Gold, which operates the Lega Dembi gold mine, one of the largest gold mines in East Africa. Hotels, agriculture, floriculture, real estate, and manufacturing. He built the Sheraton Addis, one of the most luxurious hotels on the African continent. He invested in Ethiopian farms that export flowers to Europe. He poured money into industries that created thousands of local jobs. Al Amoudi understood something that many investors miss. Emerging markets are not charity cases. They are opportunities. And Ethiopia, with its growing population and vast natural resources, was one of the biggest opportunities on the planet. His critics say he benefited from close ties to the ruling government. His supporters say he built where others were afraid to build. Either way, the impact on Ethiopia's economy has been undeniable. No story of success is complete without the hard moments. In November 2017, Al Amoudi was detained in Saudi Arabia as part of a sweeping anti-corruption crackdown ordered by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He was held at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Riyadh, along with dozens of other prominent Saudi businessmen and princes. He was released in 2018, reportedly after reaching a financial settlement with the Saudi government. The exact details were never made public. This was a major test. His businesses were disrupted. His reputation was questioned. But Al Amoudi came back. By 2025, he was back on Bloomberg's Billionaires Index, ranked among the world's top 400 wealthiest people, with his wealth largely driven by the performance of Preem in Sweden. Resilience is the word that defines him. Setbacks didn't define his story, his comeback did. So what can we learn from Mohammed Hussein Al Amoudi? Number 1, start where you are. He didn't wait for Ethiopia to give him opportunity. He went and found it. Number 2, build relationships before you need them. His connection to the Saudi royal family took years to develop before it paid off in billions. Number 3, diversify like a visionary. Construction, oil, gold, agriculture, hotels. He never put all his eggs in one basket. Number 4, invest in where you came from. His legacy in Ethiopia is not just wealth. It's jobs, infrastructure, and a belief that Africa can attract serious capital. And number 5, survive the storms. Every billionaire has a moment when everything threatens to fall apart. What separates them is the decision to get back up. Mohammed Al Amoudi's story is one of the greatest investor journeys in modern history, and most people have never even heard his name until today. If you made it this far, you already know more about this man than 99% of people on Earth. If you found this story inspiring, powerful, or just plain fascinating, hit that subscribe button right now. We bring you stories like this every week, the untold journeys of the world's greatest investors, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Subscribe. You don't want to miss what's coming next.